have a look at different platforms, whether it's AJ Bell, Hargreaves Lansdown, the Share Center, what have you. Compare those admin fees and make sure you are comfortable with being able to pay those admin fees on an annual basis. Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to choose an investment platform here in the UK to get started investing your money. This is ordinarily a super boring topic, which is why most people do not take the time to actually choose an investment platform properly. But I can guarantee you that if you take the time to do the research that's necessary, you are ticking off one thing on your list that's necessary for you to build wealth over time. The investment platform that you choose to commit your money to will dictate how much it costs you to invest that money over time. There are a bunch of things that we need to look at specifically before we get on that journey towards picking an investing platform. Today I'm going to dive into that and offer you step by step what you should be looking at before you choose your investing platform. My name's Ken of the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy. What we do on this channel is give you the tips, the insights, the practical hacks to help you work towards a dream life of financial independence and money joy. Now, the thing I find really interesting about investing platforms is that when most people talk about them, they talk about them as though everyone should just pick an investing platform that they might have heard their friends say is a good investing platform, when in fact, the investment platform that you choose should be specific to you only, because we all have different pots of money in our lives. So you might be somebody who has, say, less than £10,000 and somebody else might have £250,000. The type of platform that you and that person choose will be vastly different. We all have different goals in our lives. So you might be watching this and know that you need an investing platform that has ETFs, for example, or one that has specific stocks and shares, for example, or one that even has commodities, for example, because your goals are radically different to the goals of somebody else. Finally, we all have different investing strategies. You might be watching this and your strategy might be passive investing, or it might be trading, or it might be a simple buy to hold. So you can see that these three different factors ordinarily already totally dictate the need for you to choose a platform that's super specific to your needs, okay? So let's dive in now and look at these 5 different things that I believe you should be checking out before you choose an investing platform to put your money into. Okay, so the first thing to check is to ask yourself, what will I invest in, okay? The answer to that question should then guide you towards selecting or shortlisting a number of platforms that you might want to consider to invest in, okay? So let's say, for example, that your investing strategy is that you want to trade, okay? Ordinarily, that already rules out a bunch of platforms that might not be geared to somebody who wants to trade. Or let's say your investing strategy is that you are investing via passive investing. You want to be checking that the types of platforms that you are considering have the specific assets that you are interested in. So for example, that they have the right types of index funds or ETFs that you might want to invest your money in, okay? So the other thing to also consider when you're looking at what you want to invest in is, do these platforms have the right types of accounts that you might want to invest your money through? You know, do they have the right tax efficient accounts that will help your money to be invested in a tax efficient way over time? These are often referred to as tax efficient wrappers. Okay, so the second thing to consider is to ask yourself, what type of service will I get from the right platform for me, okay? Lots of different platforms offer different levels of services, okay? So for example, some platforms don't offer an app for investing, whereas some offer you a really useful investing app. So you might be somebody who might say, well, actually, I don't have a need for an investing app, so therefore I'd much rather pay less for my service as a result of not having a need for an app. Or you might be somebody who needs an app because you want to check how your investments are looking from time to time. I'd say consider very strongly the service offering, because buying cheap all the time is not necessarily the best thing to do over time, even though I know that the trend is downward as far as fees are concerned with investing platforms. So balance the need for a good service with the need for paying for that service, okay? One thing I always do with these investing platforms is just to give them a simple call. Just call them up and just get a vibe for what sort of service you get, how useful they are in helping you answer your questions and in helping you understand what you might be trying to invest your money into. The third thing to consider is, what will it cost you overall? This is such an important point, okay? Because as soon as you've invested your money through an investing platform, most people typically do not move from their investing platforms at all. They just put their money in and then they invest on autopilot. So you want to make sure that before you've even started that process of investing, that you've gotten this right from the get-go, because guess what? Fees will deplete your wealth over time. This is the way that investing companies run, because they're providing a service, they charge fees to maintain their costs and pay their staff members and pay for their technology and so on. So you want to make sure that you are going into a platform where the fees are suitable for you. In my opinion, the lower those fees you're paying, the better, because that has less of a drag on your portfolio over time. And as such, the lower the fees you pay, the bigger your portfolio gets over time. So there are a bunch of fees you want to make sure that you are watching out for when you consider these platforms. Number one is the admin fee. Okay, this is the account fee that you have for your platform. For most platforms, it's a percentage. So for example, with Hargreaves Lansdown, they charge a 0.45% fee capped at around £45. Okay, so you want to make sure that you understand what that fee means. For the likes of Vanguard, they charge a 0.15% fee, again capped out at a particular number. Okay, so have a look at different platforms, whether it's AJ Bell, Hargreaves Lansdown, the Share Centre, what have you. Compare those admin fees and make sure you are comfortable with being able to pay those admin fees on an annual basis. The second category of fees are your ongoing fees. So say, for example, you held some funds in your investing account. Those ongoing fees are charged as a percentage. Again, you want to pay close attention, because that percentage, the lower that percentage is, the better for your portfolio over time. Finally, I'd mention dealing fees, because those dealing fees, if you're somebody who is maybe buying stocks and exiting those stocks on an ongoing basis, you want to make sure that you are happy with the level of fees you are paying, depending on the frequency by which you are buying and selling those shares on an ongoing basis. All investing platforms have a schedule of fees. You want to make sure you go and look at that schedule, because it will be tucked away somewhere in their website. Find it and have a look at what the total expense ratio is. The total cost is what you want to fixate your attention on. What you'll be likely to be paying on an ongoing basis, typically annually, for using that investing platform and putting your assets through their various products, such as your stocks and shares ISAs or your SIPs and so on. Okay, so the fourth thing to check is what extra tools and analysis you are getting from the investing platform. Now, I personally use Vanguard and Hargreaves Lansdown personally, okay? And I know that Hargreaves Lansdown, for example, they have a bunch of information on their website. Even before you've signed up to the website, you can see things such as the chart and performance, you can see dividend history, you can see the financials of a company, you can even see directors' transactions and news information, so much information to help you keep informed about a particular stock that you might be considering, or a particular fund, for example. Okay, so that's why I personally chose a platform like that. Okay, so you have to also consider for yourself, when you're analyzing various platforms that you're shortlisting for yourself, ask yourself, what extra analytical tools or what extra bits of information am I getting such that I can make more informed decisions about my investing? So check those out and make sure that you are getting that as part of your service offering, because you are ultimately paying for that service offering. And so the better the information you're getting, the more informed you are to make the right decisions about your investing. Okay, so the final thing to check is, what additional fees will you be paying over time? This is one that's often overlooked by lots of people out there. Fees such as dividend reinvestment fees over time. Lots of platforms, like for example, as I've mentioned earlier, Hargreaves Lansdown charge you 1%. AJ Bell charge you 1% as well, with minimums and maximums that they specify for your dividend reinvestment. The likes of the Share Center, for example, currently charge 0.5% for dividend reinvestment. And other platforms such as Fidelity and Interactive Investors charge a flat fee instead, such as like a pound amount, like £1.50 or 99p, for example, for dividend reinvestment, compared to a percentage. So you want to make sure you look across these platforms and say to yourself, okay, I'm going to go with this platform because of this. Or if you're somebody who has a strategy where you are reinvesting your dividends for them to compound over time, this will matter to you because over time, that will start to really, again, cause a drag on your portfolio. So you want to choose a platform where those fees are minimized so that your money has enough capacity to work for you over time. It's also worth mentioning that some platforms actually don't have any dividend reinvestment fees, okay? And you'd know this simply by doing your own research, okay? Other fees worth watching out for are the likes of transfer fees and other incidental costs that are all detailed in the schedule of fees for each platform. So find the schedule of fees for each platform, dig into those documents and make sure you are comfortable and fully understand what sorts of fees you are likely to be paying as time passes. I'd love to finish this video by giving you an action point for you to consider for yourself. If you are already investing through an investing platform, go and review your platform's fees today and ask yourself, are those fees suitable for my own personal circumstances at this very moment? So that's the first action point. The second action point is for you to shortlist 3 other investing platforms and then go and compare the fees that you are paying at the moment to the fees that you are likely to pay if you moved to a different platform entirely. And don't just look at the fees as things look at the minute. You should project forwards into the future to see what that fee differential between your current platform and your future platform is likely to have as an impact on the growth of your wealth over time. A small percentage difference could make a huge difference in monetary terms over time. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video today on how to choose an investing platform here in the UK. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What investing platforms are you using? And did you really do the research before you chose that investing platform? Let me know. What's the investment platform you're using and why are you using that particular investing platform? If you've really enjoyed this video, please hit that like button because it helps to really encourage lots more other people to watch our videos and improves our engagement. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get notified when we publish our videos twice a week, typically on a Tuesday as well as a Thursday. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out our investing playlist, by the way, which has been super popular. I'll put a link to that below for you to watch and get better at your investing and get better at managing and growing your money over time. Thanks a lot for watching and I look forward to seeing you again on our next video. Take care and bye for now.